I get on calls today, it is such like a privilege to be a part of this company and a part of what we've put together, because I love describing what we do with the confidence in our teams, in our CPAs, and our tax attorneys, and our salespeople. I love being able to go through our process, because every time I do, we leave people impressed. We got some lucky strokes early on that we did not realize. One with the Slade brothers. So Travis and Brett Slade. But I will say Travis in particular has lived up to every single punch he's taken from us, with volume, with change of process, with speed, with concerns. Like I could not do this without him. Absolutely. And I really do love that guy. And he is humble. He is easy to work with. He is willing to put in the work. No one really asks you to put in extra hours. No one really asks you to do more than you're supposed to. I think everyone just feels a responsibility to take care of those who work here, right? The company is the people. And so I've always felt an extreme pressure to make things work, because otherwise we're hiring people for something that's going to fail. Deep down, that every executive, every manager, every director, every person has cared deeply for the people that work here, and that's been a driving factor in like why why people work as much as they do. Major shout out to Travis. What he's put together, again, I knew the CPA knowledge and skill set was there. I didn't know his operating capability, which has been proven to be fantastic. And a surprise to me. And so I've been super awesome.
I remember sitting in the first time I met Travis, and I know conversations had been had before that, but Travis and Brett were in there, and I was very impressed by their knowledge. Like I could tell, I mean, dude, they knew more about ERC than anyone else I had talked to, yeah, including big companies. And like they really knew the most. I mean, honestly, from a sales side, we underestimate what those, in particular, those two did for this company. Yeah. And it was crazy for us to think we could build this. It was equally crazy for them to accept the position. Right?
It was. I look back, and again, I think I am happy, and we did get lucky. And again, I can't be more proud of the team that we've put together. So after Travis and Brett, I would say the next two hires we also got extremely lucky with, and we would not be here where we are without them. And that's Ashley Hall and Janine Orlowski. Like the reality is they solidified everything about how to process the credit, how to legally substantiate a credit, and what it takes to build a team around people like that. And so where Travis and Brett had done the CPA stuff, they had been on that side of it, we didn't have the full circle with the legal side. And they completed that circle, and they've been crucial since day one. I can't shout those two out enough. If we hadn't landed them after Brett and Travis, the same thing. This could have caved pretty early on. It would have been very disappointing. And so, huge shout out to Janine and Ashley. They've really helped create this program.
Doing it the way that we do it, it would have never been possible without those two. Yeah, right. And it just wouldn't have. And I think they are what actually give us the credibility. I mean, we talked to financial institutions that have met with 20 different ERC companies. They've said no to every single one of them. They get on a call with Janine or Ashley in 10 minutes. They're just like, you guys are different. And we would actually do this with you. I've seen it like every time. In fact, I've never been on a call where they were on a call where it didn't go well. And whoever was, I love it when they've looked at other companies, because then they're even more impressed with those two.
I've been on so many calls with them and seen how the conversation shifts with the knowledge that they bring to the table. Citing tax code off the top of their head and getting into the details. Ashley is not backed down from a single person on one of those calls. I love when she gets a little fiery. So you have to have people who are really able to understand quickly the research, find applicable situations, and then be able to back something up with strong argumentation. And that's not easy to do. But it's really because they look at every individual account as much as they can to put the client in the best position possible, to put our company in the best position possible, our sales reps, everybody involved. It's also gained us some of the biggest partnerships that we have, because people know that what we're willing to do is what's necessary.
The main reason I wanted to go over that, number one, is just for the confidence that I hope that everyone has in the product that they're offering compared to our competition. I love the saturation that's going on. I love how many companies are trying to get into ERC, because when I talk to a company who's looked into somebody and they weren't interested or weren't comfortable, and then they look at us, it actually gives us more credibility. You should have a ridiculous amount of confidence in the back end process of what we do because of the people that are there, and then the way that the standard that we hold. And so I love that about it.